these trees around you, look at the scar on that one, maybe 12 feet tall. All of these trees are scarred from being slashed for their gum production. These trees are stunted, and we call them flat tops because of the gnarled look they get up in the top, but these trees are probably 200 years old. They were probably slashed 100 years ago. So they are resilient, they've survived, and I've got a face of a stump here. This is called a cat face, and this is what that scar looked like, and we've got the tools here, and I want you to take off and talk a little bit about it.
Turpentine and its related product called rosin, not resin. Resin is the gum that's inside the tree. If you've ever bumped into a pine tree with your car or axed it or something like that, you know there's some sticky stuff that's going to come out. And that's the tree's way of protecting itself from bugs and insects. However, people have been known to scratch the tree to make that gum run, just as they've done with other kinds of trees. Latex comes out of certain kinds of trees, rubber trees down in South America, for example. Sugar, from maple trees up in the north, we get syrup, and that again is a product of the tree. Well, turpentine and rosin were products of the longleaf pine tree, not the dead tree like the tar. Tar was what we got out of dead branches that would be picked up, dead wood that would be picked up and burned. Turpentine was produced when, first of all, a man would go into the woods in the winter time when the tree had basically stopped running the sap up and it was dormant. And if you had a fresh bunch of trees that had not been worked yet, you needed to create this thing here, which is called a box. And you would use an axe, I believe, a boxing axe like this, and someone would go in the wood and cut into the tree.
There's another.
About 4 inches deep into the tree and about 8 inches wide or so. This was, as I sometimes say in these presentations, this is not a flesh wound. This was deep into the heart of, not so much the heart of the tree, but deep into the tree itself. And what you were trying to make here was a pocket, basically. And in the growing season, when the tree started to work in the early part of April, late March, in the growing season, a team of other men would go into the woods and start slashing the tree.
And they'd often cut, this was the first step, this thing, cut the bark off the face. They'd pull the bark. Here's one with a long handle.
That's right.
So you could reach up the side of the tree in succeeding stages.
There were all kinds of tools that were necessary, as you can see. In fact, the Council of Tool Manufacturers down at Lake Waccamaw were one of the main tool-producing manufacturing centers for all of the turpentine trade in the southeast.